Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review How Do You Measure a Year? And this is a new short-form documentary from HBO from director Jay Rosenblatt, who sat down with his daughter Ella on her birthday every year from when she was 2 until she turned 18, asking the same questions and seeing how his young daughter has grown and evolved over that time and how her perspective on things changed. And this is a fascinating documentary and such an interesting idea, and also good for Mr. Rosenblatt over here, who committed to making these films each and every year on his daughter's birthday, and even more to Ella for participating and continuing to do so. And it paints such a compelling and interesting look at how somebody in their youth grows over time. And there's some very interesting things because a lot of the way through, she does have some anchoring feelings about animals and activist work, and those threads continue through. It's very funny. There's some fun moments towards the beginning, because this is only 29 minutes and each of these interviews is edited down to a couple minutes. But there's some great laughs towards the beginning because this little girl's trying to process these adult questions. What is power? Was interpreted incorrectly and gave her quite an interesting response. But as you watch this film, it's so fascinating watching somebody grow over time, over the course of these 29 minutes, and how their perspectives on life change. And seeing the world from a young woman who's growing up in today's world. And I loved it. I thought it was fascinating. This is an engaging and fast-moving film. It's to the point where it's just oh, I kind of want to hear more from 14-year-old Ella or from 6-year-old Ella. But it knows when to deliver exactly what it needs to paint the portrait that it's trying to do in this film. And the Rosenblatts have great chemistry together. And Jay Rosenblatt does a great job of directing this film and putting this together and creating something fascinating and interesting. And he edits his own film here and deciding exactly what to show and how to paint this evolution, this character arc, if you would say, of his daughter over the course of this time. It's only a 29-minute commitment and 100% worth it. You could stream it right now on Max. It is a fascinating film that is 100% worth your time because it's so thought-provoking and such an interesting experiment in terms of filmmaking. But those are my thoughts on How Do You Measure a Year. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.